Steve Francisco, former aide to Congressman Bruce Bento and former federal policy director for the Minnesota Council of Nonprofits. We've touched on a number of critical issues. We need to know how our members of Congress feel on some or all of these issues. Some critical issues would include health exchanges, Obamacare, scrap the cap, change CPI. We have a pretty good idea, if not a totally 100% complete idea here. We have two U.S. senators, Amy Klobuchar and Al Franken. How do they stand on these issues?
Both have been very supportive of Obamacare and the creation of the health insurance exchanges that occurred within Obamacare. I have not heard their positions on scrap the cap or the chain CPI. I would suspect they would have some concerns about that, rather than looking at other types of reforms, such as lifting the cap on earnings. But I haven't heard them speak on those issues yet.
Okay, so that's something we have to watch for. And if we're at a town hall meeting, something to ask
That's
them.
a good question to
or,
ask them.
or to write a letter. In the U.S. House of Representatives, we have 8 members of Congress. 2 of them are from central cities or core cities.
Right.
Keith Ellison in Minneapolis, being one of them, and Betty McCollum, focused on St. Paul and suburban areas. How do they stand?
They were both strong supporters of the Affordable Care Act.
Okay.
Right.
And we have 2 Republican suburban House members, Eric Paulson in western Hennepin County and that area, and then John Klein in the 2nd Congressional District, going down some of the southern suburbs.
Eagan, Burnsville, Apple Valley. I live in Eagan, so
South St. Paul, West St. Paul.
Right, that's right.
Since this last census, how are they?
Both Congressman Klein and Congressman Paulson were opposed to the Affordable Care Act and have supported efforts to overturn the law or to repeal it.
Okay.
And I've not heard what they've said about chain CPI. I suspect that they would be opposing anything, or the cap on Social Security earnings. I would suspect that they would be opposed to anything that would result in higher FICA taxes.
Okay. And in rural areas, in northwestern Minnesota, we have 2 Democrats, Colin Peterson, and then spreading across southern Minnesota from east to west, we have Congressman Tim Walz. How are they?
And they both were supportive of the Affordable Care Act. Congressman Peterson has expressed concerns on a number of occasions on different provisions in the Affordable Care Act. I think one thing you can say about all of the Minnesota delegation, I believe they're all concerned with some of the problems they're encountering with the federal online website. But again, these are technical issues that I think are being worked on, and I think they will get straightened out. Okay. It may take a little while.
And up in the Iron Range and associated areas, Rick Nolan,
right.
first termer.
And Congressman Nolan ran on and was elected on his supporting the Affordable Care Act.
And centered in the St. Cloud area, and we're on cable TV in the St. Cloud area. In the St. Cloud area, we have Michelle Bachmann, who is not running for re-election.
Right. Well, and who was in the House, of course, in 2010. And of course, this is probably not a surprise to anyone listening to our show today. She has been one of the most vociferous opponents, I would say, of the Affordable Care Act, and has strongly opposed the law and has voted over 40 times in the House to repeal the Affordable Care Act.
Yes. Steve Francisco, always great fun talking to you. And thanks to our award-winning director, Roger Carlson, and to today's crew, Ed Rapp, Larry Chadwick. It's been a great ride, gentlemen. Thank you, and we'll see you down the road.